Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today's video is a thrift with me in a Salvation Army store. Almost immediately when I walked in, I saw this little, I would assume it's a wall plaque, even though it doesn't look like it can hang on the wall. But I've been looking for things for my 70s bathroom, and I thought that would be really cute, so I did end up picking that up. I need to figure out how to attach something to the back so I can actually hang it on the wall. And then I came over to this section and I noticed they had a bunch of McDonald's like boo buckets. Most of them looked fairly new. They're like not as good as the old school ones. But then I noticed they did have some old school ones. So I believe this one is from 1986, and then they had a couple others. I got confused because the bottom, they all said 1986 on the bottom, but I think that just they all say that because of the mold itself. So they didn't have the lids, but I thought maybe I could get like just the lids like from eBay or something. I've been like wanting to find them for so long. These ones are definitely newer. They just kind of have like, the lids is what like made them, I think. And now they're just kind of, it's like part of the handle. It's just not as good. I wish they would have been able to like come out with them and make them look like they used to in the 80s when I was a kid, because it's like very nostalgic. Anyway, I was pretty excited that I found these even though they didn't have the lids. I think this Celebrate brand is from Michael's, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like that's accurate. I think sometimes stores might donate, especially to like nonprofits, because I've noticed it a few times in Salvation Army where they've had like new merchandise, but it's obviously from another store. So I did notice quite a bit of like new Halloween stuff. I kept seeing a bunch of like used Halloween cards. They were all from someone named Barb, so she must have really liked giving cards, because obviously they came from the same house, and I think I ended up seeing like 5 or 6 total in this trip. When I was in elementary school, I used to have a really big button and like pin collection. And this, when I saw this big basket full of pins, that's what it reminded me of. I honestly just wanted to look through all of them, but and I might have if I wasn't filming, but yeah, it reminded me of that. I'm not sure whatever happened to them. I was trying to remember like what I did with them, but I remember having them all through elementary school, but I have no memory of what happened to them. This plate reminded me of a vintage like fondue plate. I don't think that's what it is, and I don't think it's vintage either, judging by the back of it, but I think maybe it might have something to do with seafood now that I'm looking at it again. John and I used to have this cat in like the first apartment we lived in together like 20 some years ago. And every time I see it, I just think about that. I'm pretty sure it just came from like the dollar store though. I think this used to be like a McDonald's, or not used to be. I think this was like a McDonald's Happy Meal toy. And then I noticed the Blue Mountain Pottery swans. I have one, but those ones are a little bit smaller than the one I have. And we used to have one when I was a kid, so that's why I wanted to get it. They definitely had quite a bit of fall and autumnal things, like a lot of fake like apples and pears and pumpkins. I actually went through all of my like fall and Halloween decor, and I think I got rid of about half of it. I wasn't even gonna decorate actually. I did end up decorating, but yeah, I ended up getting rid of like a ton of it. I've been in a very decluttering mood lately. I don't often see colored glass anymore. It's like usually I'll just kind of plain, but on this day I saw quite a bit, and I love Ziggy so much. I think he was like in the 70s and 80s mainly. And I wanted to get that glass, but I realistically knew that like I didn't need it. I thought these were really pretty too, but I don't need any, like I'm happy with what I have, I guess. So if I get something new, I try to like think about what I'm gonna get rid of at home. So if I can't do that, then I know I don't need it. They had two really adorable vintage cookie jars. I really hope these found a home. They're like a little bit damaged, like the paint and stuff is coming off them, but I don't know. I still think they're quite charming, but I don't need them, and I didn't feel like getting them to resell either. It's interesting because they're usually all the same color, and then they like paint on top of it, but I feel like it makes it really easy for the paint to come off. So because I have a couple and have had a couple cookie jars that are of the same era, and same thing happened to those. So I think you probably could just like repaint it though if you were just gonna have it for display in your house, like, and you weren't gonna like use it and be washing it. But I don't know, I don't think it's worth it for me to do that. They had quite a few pieces of like real Tupperware on their kind of plastic shelf. And then I saw something I haven't seen since I was a kid, and it's this pitcher with this kind of neon yellow and with the pink as well. I completely forgot about this, but we had this exact same one back in the 90s. And yeah, I've never seen it thrifting or anything before, but it like instantly just like took me back to that time period. My mom would make iced tea in it like from scratch. And then they still have their VHS tapes on for $1, but most of the time I've already had all of them. I love this movie. I like to watch that during fall, but I haven't really been watching any fall movies really. And yeah, most of the time when I see movies, I already have them, like Singing in the Rain. I love Breakfast at Tiffany's too. But occasionally I actually love this movie too. It's so good. I already have it though. Roman Holidays, also very good. But occasionally they do have movies that we've never had. I've never actually seen that Father of the Bride. I've only seen like the old one. But then I saw Gone in 60 Seconds and I was like, do we have this? Because I do really love that movie. So then when John came over, I asked him if he could remember if we had it or not. And so we did end up getting, I don't even think we could get 4 actually. I don't think we could find like 4 that we didn't already have, but sometimes I think they might like have a bunch in the back and they just bring out as many as what will fill the shelf. I don't know, because sometimes I will see ones I don't have, so. But John actually, his parents used to have a bunch of these at his house when I like first started dating him. I think they said they bought them like at like a gas station or something. It was like some kind of special thing you could get when you were getting gas back in the 80s. I love how they store their silverware here. I don't know, I've been wondering if this is like something custom they had made or something, because I've never seen it in another thrift store like this, but I really like it. I've partly been like thinking about trying to collect a vintage set of silverware, but I never really take the time to look at silverware because I'm usually filming when I'm thrifting, and it takes longer for me to film it than if I wasn't filming, so I usually just don't end up looking at anything after I'm done filming. But I was looking at a few different patterns in there, and I don't know, I'm thinking about it still. I would just get rid of once I had collected enough, I would just like donate the silverware that we have, which is just some generic like from a department store. I really liked this crock pot. I thought it was very 70s-esque, maybe early 80s. I really liked this bookshelf, but I don't have any place to put it or anything, but I was envisioning all of my cookbooks on it, but I don't have anywhere to put it. So I do really like this Salvation Army though, because it's a quite large store, so they have a lot of room for furniture, so I kind of like to look through and see the different furniture that they get in here. And I believe this is where we saw, like, this is probably a couple years ago now, but we saw that vintage, like, salon chair, hair dryer in here. I'm pretty sure it was this store. I thought that table was a really good deal because it's like a nice solid wood table, and you got a china cabinet with it and like 5 chairs. So I had been looking for a dresser on this day, which I thought I was going to get here, but we went to another Salvation Army prior to that doesn't normally have furniture, or at least not very often, but that's when I ended up getting the 2 dressers that I got in like the last video I posted, which I know was a few weeks ago now. But yeah, they had quite a bit of furniture in here on this day. They had posted about it on social media, so that's why I thought, oh, I should be able to find a dresser. I didn't think I was gonna find like I thought I was gonna find a dresser and like have to do a little makeover on it for me to like really make it how I want it to be, but I ended up finding like the perfect dressers, and I'm obsessed with them still. So happy I found them. I was hoping that maybe I could find some doilies or something to put over the tops of the dressers, but I'm also like concerned about Betty. She's in her like terrible kitten stage where she's into everything. They had a lot of different chairs there. I actually really liked this. It's almost like a chaise, but a couch. Very like early 80s, maybe late 70s. That like exact material. My friend's grandparents had that exact material like on a whole set in their living room. So that's what it reminded me of. But anyway, I did end up getting this. I thought it was cute. I thought it would fit with my 70s kind of bathroom. I've been looking for like just a few things, like smaller pieces that I could put on a wall in there to sort of make like a little mini gallery, I guess. We did end up getting Rio Bravo. This is like one of my favorite Westerns, and I didn't think that we had it, but we did already have it. It's just a different cover. So, but in any case, I just donate the tapes that I get doubles of. Gone in 60 Seconds we did not have, and I didn't have Fame, but I couldn't find a 4th one that we didn't already have. But I did find the Evita soundtrack. I've been like collecting CDs lately. Mostly I have Christmas ones, and then I did end up getting those 3 Boo Buckets. The white one I believe is the original, like from the 80s, And then I think this pumpkin and the purple one, which I thought was a witch, but I think it's a cat actually. I think those ones were from like the early 90s. So I'm gonna try to get some lids, I think, from like eBay or Poshmark or something. But I did end up selling all of the boo buckets that I previously got over the years, the last like few years, now that I got those ones. So, and somebody bought them all, so that was pretty great. They actually sold within like a couple days, I think, so it ended up working out. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I know I haven't been posting lately. I've just had like a ton going on, but I am planning, like I already have, I have the days planned out that I'm going to go to film some Christmas thrift with me's. So I am excited about that. I feel like the fall went by super quick. I can hardly believe it's Halloween tomorrow, but anyway, I do have another thrift with me that I filmed about a week ago, so I'll probably get that posted soon, and then hopefully we'll get into some Christmassy festive things. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone's had a lovely fall. I have actually been having a great fall. It's been like hectic and I haven't really felt like posting, so it is what it is. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.